Hi all, this is my new Copilot Studio interface and today I'm going to connect MCP servers as a tool in this Copilot Studio. There are 3 MCP servers in my Azure end already running: Postgres product data, Postgres Slack and the Salesforce. So let's go back to the Copilot Studio and create the agent, renaming the agent with Sales and Product Assistant first. Then I will add the tool. First I will add the Salesforce, grabbing the server URL from the Azure end. Let me give it a name. So just to confirm, I'm going back to Azure and grabbing the Salesforce URL from there and adding at the end. Don't forget to add the MCP. So now the description, a simple description here, and no authentication for now. I will show you later how I am going to do with this APIM. And then just the connection. Okay, fine, it is connecting with my credential and my MCP tool is ready. Just click on and see all the tools are listed here to confirm whether it is connected. Next is the Postgres, same. Just grab the URL from the Azure end and create the name and description and create the MCP tool from here. Okay, great. So my Postgres is also ready and I'm going to connect that. So once it is connected, I'm going to do the same thing to see the tools are all listed or not. If it is listed, that means it is connected perfectly. So next is that the instruction. I will add the instruction of the agent, which is really required. So quick instruction: opportunities go to Salesforce. So you can see the opportunities I have mentioned that it will go to Salesforce, while product question go to Postgres. Fine, let me go to the preview and test the agent. First, simple, show all opportunities. This will be live from Salesforce. Let's see. So it is listed all the 32 opportunities exactly, and these are, I have not mentioned any column, so these are the default column which are listed from Salesforce. So this is the quick summary also it is giving. Just add with the instruction only, it is creating such a nice agent output. So next, let me grab an account and try to filter that account. So it will show me the opportunities which are from Grand Hotel and Resorts. So it will, hopefully it will, yes, this is filtered with the account and it is listed all the opportunities from that account. Fine, let me now try product related question. So I'm just testing that. Okay, it is going back to the Azure end and checking that whether it is really connected to the Postgres or not. So it is connected and listing all the 5 products. So the question I asked that show me the 5 products, so it is listing the 5 products with the default columns. So it works, but right now there is no authentication, no rate limiting, and no login. Anyone with this URL could call it. Let's fix that. Let's put Azure API Management in front of this. I have already created the APIM. You can see here. So how to create this thing? Just go to the marketplace and select the API Management. And then if you open the API Management, just go to the MCP server. You can create an MCP server as well as you can expose an MCP server which already created. For my case, my MCP servers are already created. So what I will do, I will add the URL here, display name, and then create the MCP server. These are the 3 MCP servers already created. Next comes the product section. Product, you have to create a product where here I have created already an MCP agent, and then I have added all those 3 products here. So you can add an API and then you can add the products. Like this is the way you have to add the products. Next comes the subscription. So subscription is very important because this is the key where you have to use in the authentication. So here is my subscription where I have created, and then what I will do now, I will create the MCP server which is under the APIM. So first I will grab the Salesforce URL. This URL, you can see a little different URL, and then again at the end you have to add the MCP with the server name and the description. So the interesting part is that here I am adding the API key. The API key which I have generated from the subscription, I will go there and grab the API key and give it a name. And then I will add, and hopefully it will add successfully. Looks like, so I will connect. The same way I have to add the subscription key, and you can give it a name which is optional. So the new Salesforce, it is listing the tools, then it's fine. It is perfectly connected through APIM. Now I have added the Postgres also the same way. Next part is that I have to create the diagnostic setting. So we all know how to connect the diagnostic setting, but here the 2 things we have to check here to get the logs. First is that log related to API management category, and the next one is that this one, the MCP server usage. So once I check these 2, and then I am saving that into the log analytic workspace. Save it. Okay, so now I'm here in my API management, and I will go to the my MCP server, and I will create a policy here. So without the policy here, what I'm doing, I'm adding the rate limit. So in the inbound section, I will add the rate limit. So like this, for the demo, what I'm doing, I will setting a call that every 60 seconds only 5 calls are allowed. So this is the rate limit. So my policy is saved, and now let me open my bash window where I'm adding a code which is for the 1 to 8 times it will call the list opportunities. So when it is called, you can see after 5, 6, 7, 8 are getting 4 to 9 error, which is not allowing. So my rate limit is now working. So this is the way you can apply the rate limit. And here in your analytics, you can see that out of 8 requests, 5 are successful and 3 are not. And then there are a few other things here, the geography products, which you can set and search. Now let me come to the Copilot Studio window and ask some question here. So it is not that fast like the bash window, so it will take time, and the rate limit will not send 429 error here. So as you see, Copilot Studio is little slow fetching results, so this particular test doesn't actually trip the limit, but this is exactly where that enforcement happen along the API key check. Same two tools, same answers as before, but now every call runs through a governed gateway instead of being wide open.